Oh, all right. So here we have putting on quite a show. It's Kelley Williams Bollard. If you remember, I did in my video Governor Krispy Kreme. I alluded to her for a little bit, and I said I would recap on this video, but I never did it. Been busy, things been going on in life, but I'm back for now, and this is definitely going to be into this area of she's not a victim but a volunteer. So to recap, this woman Kelley Williams made national headline news with this story of her being the Singapore mom trying to make a better life for her children by lying about where she lived and by falsifying government documents and by getting her father to corroborate her story. And he also died in prison, but he was also brought up on other grand larceny charges because he was a scam artist too. But we're going to recap this video. Now, what brought me to do this video actually now is the fact that I saw the Advice Show do this video and defend her and go with the narrative that the media went with of the poor single mom trying to do better herself. And of course, in the video, it kind of made it seem like he made it a racial situation and as if the school district was bullying her. But we're going to examine this whole story and see what really happened was and put all the facts out there, and let's render her pain with some other facts out there. But let's recap and see what happened with the situation.
The best education possible. One Ohio mom is currently sitting in jail accused of illegally trying to get her daughters into a better school district. Should she be serving time, or was she justified? Our Andrew Canning is here with more on this mother's crime and her punishment here. This is going to really light up our message board.
Yeah, it is a big debate right now, Robin. Kelley Williams Bollard is serving a 10-day sentence. She falsified residency records, and prosecutors say a private investigator even caught her red-handed on video living in the wrong district. Bollard says all she wanted to do was help her daughters escape their crime-ridden Akron neighborhood.
It's overwhelming. I'm exhausted. I did this for them, so there it is.
Kelley Williams Bollard's decision to try to give her daughters a better life has now landed her behind bars. It started 4 years ago when Bollard, who lives in a poorer section of Akron, Ohio, sent her daughters to a highly ranked school in a neighboring district. The problem is, it wasn't her district, it was her father's, and her children weren't eligible to go there. She says she did it to keep them safe, and that she lived part-time with her dad.
When my home got broken into, I felt it was my duty to do something else.
But school officials said she was cheating, getting a quality education for her daughters without paying the right taxes to fund it.
Those dollars need to stay home with our students.
The school system says Bollard lied about her address, falsified records, and when confronted, had her father file false court papers to game the system. The district even hired a private investigator to follow her. She was ordered to pay $30,000 in back tuition, but refused and was indicted.
Ask yourself why, oh why, oh why would you believe a word she told you understand?
Bollard claims she was singled out.
This is not a murder trial. It's not.
I felt that some punishment or deterrent was needed for other individuals who might think to defraud the various school systems.
My girls need me. I've never ever went a day without seeing them off. Never.
The case has now divided a city.
Why they chose this particular young lady, this particular girl, and not anyone else.
And left many wondering how far a mother should go to give her children a better life.
I don't think they wanted money. I think they wanted me to be an example.
100 other families were investigated at the same time as Bollard. 3 agreed to stay and pay tuition. The others either proved they were residents of the district or admitted guilt. Only Bollard fought the school district.
And she wants to be a teacher, and now that could be in jeopardy.
She is only 12 credit hours away from her teacher's license. Now that she's been convicted of a felony, that is in jeopardy. She's also a teacher's aide, and her job, of course, is in jeopardy as well.
How much money are they spending trying to go after these families?
They spent thousands of dollars on the attorney fees and the private investigator fees. They claim, though, that the taxes that they're losing from these people is much more than that.
And if you talk, I mean, it's buzzing right here in our studio right now, and people are very aware of yes, it's not you're not supposed to do that, but people do it because they're just trying to get their kid a better education. The best way they can.
School districts are a hot button issue for people.
Absolutely, and the president talked about that a lot in the State of the Union. Andrea, thank you so much, and we would love to hear from that.
So it's amazing how the media is, and a lot of people actually went ham defending this woman when this time happened all over the news, even on YouTube. like 4 years ago when the story initially aired. But it's amazing how they keep saying she got arrested or went to jail because she tried to better her kid's school and put him in a better situation. That's not why she went to jail. She went to jail because she lied and she falsified government documents. She even lied about being deployed overseas to receive some other benefits. But let's see what Dr. Moise Watkins and Harris, I think his name is Steve Harris Perry, had to say about the situation. We had to make it a race thing.
Williams Bolar, who was studying to become a teacher herself, served 9 days of the 10-day sentence. Many are rushing to her defense, saying she was only looking to do what's best for her child's education. On HLN, an education professor explains why this story only scratches the surface of a much deeper issue.
And really, the case of Kelley Williams Bolar, it's such a microcosm of everything that's wrong with America when it comes to access to educational quality, when it comes to economic inequality, and when it comes to inequality in the criminal justice system. There is no reason this law-abiding woman who simply wanted to give her kids a better life should spend a second in jail, let alone be kept from ever being a teacher in the state of Ohio again.
On CNN, education contributor Steve Perry highlights how this situation is setting a double standard for parents all across the country.
We as a country have lost our way. When a parent can be arrested and charged with larceny, grand larceny, for stealing an education, a public education, we've lost our way. While on the one hand, we're saying that we want parents to be more involved, and last week we talked about potentially grading parents. Well, here's some parents who are actually going the extra mile, sometimes only 7 miles away from their home, to send their child to a better school.
But not everyone's coming to this mom's defense. Taxpayers in the Copley-Fairlawn School District have voiced their frustration about having to pay for those who don't actually live in their area.
In Ohio and a number of other states, schools are funded primarily through local property taxes, which Williams Bolar was not paying. Bob Dyer, who lives in Copley, shares the school's frustration that she was not paying to educate her daughters there.
I pay a lot of money in property taxes, 53% of which goes to the schools, and I want that money to be paying for the people who live in my district.
On a related note, Williams Bolar is only a few credits shy of becoming a teacher herself, but she now runs the risk of being disqualified because of this felony conviction. So what do you think? Was the mom wrong, or is the American education system the one that's failing kids?
All right, in response to what his name is Harris, he's not related to Melissa Harris, two last names, Perry. In fact, I like when he debates her because he always shuts her down. But to his point that a woman can go to jail for trying to better education, that's not the point. She lied. There is an avenue in which that Steve Harris, keep getting confused with the pro-black half-breed Melissa Harris, two last names, Perry. But there is a method or which you can go to get your kids to go to those school districts. The irony is we don't have this conversation. Is when we talk about school choice, Democrats really generally impose it. Many liberals in the media also oppose it too. They claim that it takes money away from public schools, the ones that they want your kids to go to in the first place. But we have that avenue in which you can go to send your kids to a better school districts, but it's a lot of your politicians who black people overwhelmingly vote for that block that situation from ever happening. And case in point, this woman in this example has 2 children. The first child was illegally going to the school that she had no business going to because she did not live in that district. Her other child got a voucher to go to a school in a better school district. Those vouchers are how you get kids to get out of their bad schools into good schools. That's the way to do it. You don't do it by lying about where you live and falsifying government documents. Now, let's look at the situation for a minute. This woman went on Dr. Phil and she had a conversation. Now let's look at her fake phony crying on camera. Now this woman claims that she didn't live. Now the whole simple solution to this whole argument was this: her father lived in a district she didn't. If she would have lived with her father literally, none of this would be a problem. But Dr. Phil asked a simple question: why didn't you go live with your father? And her answer was ready. Now when he asked her, did you break the law, she kind of fumbled and played with it a little bit and poked it a couple times. But when he asked her, why didn't you just go live with your dad, the first thing she said, mumbled in her breath, independence. So wait a minute, you were getting TAP, Pell, government assistance, reduced price lunch for your children, which she lied about to get. You were getting all this government assistance, and you definitely lived in government supplemented income housing Yet the reason why you didn't want to go live with your dad is because you wanted to be independent. All right.
Now, did you break the law?
Did I use my father's address? Yes.
Was that breaking the law in your opinion?
No. I tried to do things right. I tried to. But at that time in my life, I had so much going on with my home, someone breaking into my home. I was frantic. I was going to school trying to do 14, 15 credit hours every semester. It was so hard for me. And so my dad was like, listen, your home, has been violated, it's been burglarized. And someone was outside my home. We have like 12 police reports. And he was like, just bring them here. I'm home. I can help you with your kids. It was no way where it was anything of an intent or me trying to get over on a school system.
But why didn't you just move in with your dad? He's in the school district. It's a safer neighborhood. You're in jeopardy where you are.
Independency. I just wanted to be still independent. I mean,
but was that an option?
I just wanted to be still independent. I mean,
but,
I just wanted to be still independent. I mean,
but was that
independency? Independency. Independency.
You are.
Independency. I just wanted to be still independent. I mean,
but was that an option? Could you have moved in with your father?
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah, she could have lived with her dad, and none of this would have been an issue, right? So, if we're going to go with the narrative that she didn't move in with her father because she wanted to be independent, whatever, my take on it, the reason why she didn't live with her father is because all those government assistance she was getting, all those reduced lunch for her children, the financial aid she was getting to go to school, things of that nature, right? Is it a possibility that she wouldn't have qualified for a lot of those things or would have got less of those things had she lived with her father, who probably does generate a decent income, being that he lived in that neighborhood and he was a homeowner? Is that a possibility that that's why she didn't live with her father? Other than the fact that she was a scam artist as well, but I'm just saying if we're going to go with the narrative that, she wasn't and she's a victim, is it a possibility that she didn't move in with her dad because she wouldn't have not have qualified for all those things she got and received from the government? Just my opinion. Here we go. All right, so this is Miss Kelley Williams 4 years later, and she's doing just fine. I hope it looks like she's in the classroom, so I'm assuming she's a teacher by now. She only had 15 credit shorts. Hopefully she got that 15 credits within the last 4 years. But the advice show said some things about, alluding to it being a racial issue, and this judge and this little panel was targeting her. And yes, they were making an example of her. But let's examine why. So in the same news report clip that the advice show played, it said that 100 people were caught doing the same exact thing that Miss Kelley Williams did. And out of that 100 people, 3 of them paid the taxes that they owed because they were doing something that was wrong and illegal, and they paid for the education that they were supposed to pay for. Other people proved whether or not they lived there, and I'm assuming everyone else who weren't supposed to be there left. Miss Kelley, however, decided to beat the case without a lawyer, and she lost.
I didn't know anything about this particular story until Kelley herself wrote me an email. She saw my channel. She said, I like what you do. Let me tell you what happened to me. And we had an email exchange, and I was shocked to find out what happened to Kelley. Now, this is the thing. As you heard in the news piece, Kelley was in a bad area. She wanted her kids to go to a better school. Her father lived in a district where they can go to a better school. This people not even worried about anything but tax money. It's not fair that they can go to this district without paying money. So that's what it's about. It's not about educating our children. It's about tax money and who can pay what. Her father lived in the area. What was wrong with that? Why you sit up there following this woman? Why you sit up there paying private investigators, wasting taxpayer dollars on something stupid like that? Those children were trying to get themselves an education, and you don't want them children to get education. Now, I find this quite odd. I'm just going to say I find this quite odd why they singled her out, as they stated. Why her? Now, I'm not going to fill in the blanks, but most of you know why, okay? They singled this sister out. They put this sister in jail for 10 days. 10 days in jail for that? That's what you mean to tell me? But we know, statistically speaking, black people get more time for everything than anything that happens to other groups of people in this nation. We all know that. It's widely noted about that. Do you think that deserves 10 days in jail? This sister's educating herself, trying to become a teacher, and they want to throw a felony on her record, a woman that never had anything wrong in her life. She's just trying to provide a better education for her children. And Kelley stated to me that all that stuff that she went through, it put a lot of stress on her father that you saw in that news piece, and her father ended up passing away during all this.
All right, so a Vice show had alluded to or spoke of the father, the poor old dad, who, you know, he was so heartbroken and his health was ailing because he was locked up because he couldn't stand what was happening to his daughter. Time out for a minute. So she only got 9 days in jail when she's the one that lied and said she lived with him. He corroborated her story, but he still stayed in jail years after the situation happened. She got 9 days out of her 10-day sentence. Now, he did get brought up on grand larceny charges for his other schemes and cons, but he stayed in jail. She got to go. That's that black female privilege via the welfare state right there. Yeah, but anyways, this is the father who's locked up in his little scrubs right now, who's deceased by now. And this is a phone call conversation between Kelley, her dad, and another woman. Now, apparently the father owns some type of group home business where that's what he was scheming and scamming. That's how he got those charges, along with the grand larceny charges from lying with his own daughter. He got put away for some time, and he died in prison. But this is the conversation between him and another woman and Kelley, trying to talk about how they could get the money out of the group home, or how they can scheme, and how because he's locked up, they can't touch the business because it's not in his name, it's in the name of the group home, and because one of the women is the secretary, the other woman is the vice president, they should be able to take over with no problem. Let's listen to this. It's hard to hear. He sounds like he's like from the south. He's saying they can't take the office.
Right, okay. We just need power. Yeah, but we still need power of attorney. Yeah, but this guy won't bring it down here. I can't do nothing. Right. He trying to bring it. The funeral was today. I give her the right, or whoever want to do it, I give them the right to do it. They don't have to sit down here. I give them the right to do it. You gotta sign the papers. You have to sign the papers. They can't get them here. I don't want to lose my car and stuff. No, you're not gonna lose your car. Your car ain't gonna lose. No, that's the part. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I want to give y'all the right. I want to give y'all. Y'all can use the house for the group home and the neighbors. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the phone. Hold on 1 second.
This hoe was ordering McDonald's in the background. Chill.
Hello? Hey. 3 parfaits. Listen. 3 small fries. Hello?
Are you serious? She gave her the phone so she could order from McDonald's.
No, it's fighting. I had to get out the way. Listen. Y'all can. I'm listening. Y'all can do it.
They're not listening. They're ordering food.
And a group home out the house, and I'm gonna try to move out. Well, okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about it. Right now, we're just trying to hold on to it. But I'm just saying, well, you're going to hold on to it because it's in the name of the group and they can't do nothing about me. Okay. All I do is just pay bills.
Okay, but what about the, I know we got some late stuff.
Late what?
Don't we have late fees?
Late fees, well, that's the same we had the same way every month. You don't have to worry about it. All we got to do is pay the bill. They can't take it because it's in the group home's name.
Okay, well, see, that's why I'm saying, that's why we need power of attorney, because then we got to get the money out of the bank.
You don't have to have power of attorney. You got a standing in the organization of Kelley. She's the secretary. You don't need no...
Right.
So you don't have to have nothing to be there. She's already a secretary. You're a vice president.
Okay.
So
but still, I need to get the money out of the bank so I can make the payment.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I can't do nothing about nothing. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not worried about that. I'm saying that's what all the power of attorney and all that stuff is about. See, once I get that signed, I can go, Kelley, one of us can go there and get the money out of the bank so we can make the payment on time.
The bank just write you a check.
The bank will write me a check?
No, you can write a check.
Yeah, but I can't sign your check. I can't sign your name.
It's automatic. It goes in it's automatic deposit.
Am I on the checking account?
No, but you don't. All you do is just write a check out of there.
We'll take care of it.
Oh, y'all gonna take care of it. All right.
You know you got money on your book.
Yeah, she just was telling me, but they just took $10 more off of that doctor. You told me to go to the doctor.
Well, that's all right. We told you to. We want you to go to the doctor.
Main thing, I'm gonna get some writing papers and some stamps.
Well, you can go get that stuff.
I'm gonna go to. I didn't know it till right now, but anyway, cause I got some things I want y'all to do. Only thing I want you did everything else. I want you to take a copy of that. Get a copy of that 309.5 motion.
Yeah.
Send one to the Bar Association and one to the Disciplinary Council and one to the governor.
Oh, he's trying to get out of jail.
And when you send to the Bar Association, you say this is what Sherry Beverly Walsh has been doing illegally. And when you send to the disciplinary, it's about the judge. It'd be about Judge Cosgrove. You said she was covering up for the sick and refused to give me my hearing.
Okay. You know you
did that before
you left, remember?
Not on the 309, I don't think.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did it. You had all that stuff.
If you did, if I did, that might be why I'm still here. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why he's still in jail, dog.
No, but you did that. Because it's all on there.
Let me see what else I got on here.
Are you eating?
Yeah, I'm down to 114. 214.
14?
I went away to the doctor waited me there 14. I'll probably be down to 200 by next week.
Well, but your sugar, how's your sugar?
It's been all right. I've been taking all my medicines and stuff.
Okay.
But
you because you have a kind of like a special diet, right? You can't eat everything.
Well, no, today I ate the regulars, but I didn't see no dietary. I ain't gonna worry about it because I'm.
Alright, enough of that. I'll put the links to both videos as a part 2 to this. Basically, the company or business he got in trouble for scheming with, they're trying to find out how they can get money out of it to keep it going, and he can't do anything with it with his name. They want money out of it. I don't know how that's going to happen, or if it didn't happen or not. But the video goes on deeper. I can barely understand what this dude is saying, so I'm gonna stop it right there. Alright, so this is the father right here. He died in the hospital 11 months into his 1-year sentence. But this is the man you heard on the phone trying to pass down his schemes and things to his daughter and some other woman who's the vice president of his businesses. But the article goes like this. I guess as he died, the article was published May 11, 2012. So, father of Kelley Williams Bollard, the Akron mother who made international headline news for improperly enrolling her daughters into a suburban school, died this weekend in Ohio hospital. Edward Williams, 65, died Thursday at Ohio State University Medical Center in Columbus with about 1 month remaining on his 1-year prison sentence. Williams Bollard said Friday that her father has suffered from multiple health issues and that he were only exacerbated by his 11th month of incarceration. She said he essentially spent his entire prison stint hospitalized. He's gone now. He's in a better place. What is he in, like, scammers heaven? What the hell? He's not hurt anybody. He's not sick anymore, Williams Bowler said Friday. She said she's not bitter about her father's death, but she said that his life was shortened by the loss of his freedom and love. But he committed crimes and was scheming just like you. Alright. It's a journey we had to go through. She said, I will love my daddy. He's everything to me. And he always will be. Alright, so to continue, Williams Bowler. Apple doesn't far from the tree, like father, like daughter. 41. Wait a minute, she was 41 in 2010 when she did this. And she was only, never mind, I ain't even going there. They went on trial together in 2010 and charged conspiring to enroll his granddaughters in a Ferry Lane school in 2006. Williams Bowler, Ferry Lawn, my bad. Williams Bowler, who lived in Akron, was convicted of a felony of tampering with records and served 9 days in jail. The governor at that time, because of all the media attention, because the mother had all the media attention and support, granted her a request for pardon over the objective of Summit County's prosecutors. So the people who prosecuted her, they, wanted her to be an example, and she got pardoned anyways. Says the same jury could not reach a verdict on Williams' case. He was later tried on an unrelated fraud case, so he didn't even get, they didn't find him guilty or not guilty in his cooperating with her situation. But on another felony fraud case, he was sentenced for 1 year for grand theft and tampering with the records. The same thing he did with his daughter. The charges stem from his improperly collecting more than $100,000 in Social Security and state welfare benefits over a 6-period time in 2003. So this man got $100,000 in Social Security while over a 6-year period of time, and he only got a year for it. Okay. But it beats her doing what she did, where she lied about being deployed overseas and lied about where she lived and other things. But she only got 10 days. According to the court's records, Williams suffered a stroke shortly after entering the state prison system in June. He underwent surgery, had suffered from chest pains, kidney failure, gangrene on his feet. He filed a motion for early release from prison in August, visiting the judge, denied the motion, citing Williams' lenient sentence, his lack of paying restitution, and the prison records that included unspecified disciplinary infractions. So because he didn't pay back any of that $100,000 he stole, the judge told him no, he can't get out of jail.
No, what are you doing? Great.
I'm talking about you're doing great on the work.
Oh, okay.
And like I say, if you want to, because I ain't got no job coming out of here, if you want to go down there, get some kids from Whistling for daycare, you can do it. Y'all can get started because I ain't there anyway. And you gotta have some way. Then you can quit working a job.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So, okay, open up a deck, put a daycare center in there.
Yeah, daycare, and you can put a group home and do it because the kids is all going to school.
Okay, I got you.
So put the group home and the daycare in the same business?
Right, right. That sounds good. That really sounds good.
I'm going to change my address to that post office box.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, we can put a daycare center in there. That would be great. Wow.
That's why we bought it in the first place.
I know.
And they will have money because we be making money.
I know.
You sign that thing with the daycare, with the child care, you'll have to get 4, 5, 6 children right away.
I sure will.
And then you don't have to work that job. Then you work for yourself.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
And both y'all handle that. And if you need somebody, you can always go get with your friend.
Right. That's right. Yeah, sure can. Yeah, put a daycare in, because it's too big anyway. We'll put something in there.
I can build me a house next door to it.
You gonna work real hard on that.
Y'all was looking for a place. You got a place now.
Yeah, that sounds, man, that sounds good. I didn't even think about
They're
that.
talking about committing fraud with taxpayers' dollars. I don't know if that was heard, but they're talking about doing a scheme, getting kids to be enrolled in their daycare and in their group home.
And you can start working on that as soon as you want it. Because like I said, it's going to at least take me a month.
So we're gonna work on it real soon.
Yeah, and like
Real soon.
You know what?
Get that money.
This time if I had a sense, when you want the group home, you tell them you want to get licensed, but you're not going to license it under no particular person who got the degree. You'll have a degree. You say you'll have a degree person in there, or you won't open it.
So he's going to tell her that they're going to lie and say that they have a degree to run the group home, but they don't. All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, okay.
That way, Serena can't hold you up. Nobody can hold you up.
Or nobody can hold you up.
Your name won't be on there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stories like this and situations like this is why I don't hop on any bandwagons. And before I even speak on a situation such as this, I want to see all the evidence and all the truth. Everybody made it a black thing, and even if Vice alluded to that, he didn't want to say nothing, but he's saying that she's being picked on because she's a black woman. But that's further from the truth. 100 people were caught doing exactly what she did, but she's the only one that was foolish enough to try to fight it without a lawyer, and she lied. She lied about where she lived. She collected reduced lunches for these kids, where she also lied about that, and she lied and said she was deployed overseas. So this woman is definitely a con artist. She's not a victim. She's a volunteer. Now, as far as the point goes to, is it all about school? Yes, the narrative is true that districts with higher income and wealth have tend to have a better school system. And if you want to get in that school system, you move there and you pay the taxes, and then your kids can benefit from it. To go any other way around that, other than getting a voucher, is a lie, and it's illegal. It's just that simple. I mean, we can talk about if you think that system of which how districts with more money in it get better school systems. If you want to argue against that, argue against that. That's one thing. But to say this woman is innocent or she didn't do anything wrong by lying about where she lived and collecting benefits for her daughters or her children in a form of an education or in reduced lunches, I mean, it's wrong. There's no way you can justify what she did. Now, back to the situation of school choice, her other daughter did it the right way. She got a voucher to send her daughter to one of those schools. So there was a solution. There's a way to get your kids out of those trash schools into better schools and better neighborhoods. And there's a proper channels to go through it, not by lying and getting other people to lie and corroborate your story. This woman is wrong, and I don't understand how anybody could defend her behavior. She's a liar and a con artist. She's not a victim, but a volunteer.
Court papers to game the system. The district even hired a private investigator to follow her. She was ordered to pay $30,000 in back tuition, but refused and was indicted.
Ask yourself why, why would you believe a word she told you understand?
Bowler claims she was singled out.
This is not a murder trial. It's not.
I felt that some punishment or deterrent was needed for other individuals who might think to defraud the various school systems.
My girls need me. I've never ever went a day without seeing them off. Never.
The case has now divided a city.
Why they chose this particular young lady, this particular girl, and not anyone else.
And left many wondering how far a mother should go to give her children a better life.
I don't think they wanted money. I think they wanted me to be an example.
100 other families were investigated at the same time as Bowler. 3 agreed to stay and pay tuition. The others either proved they were residents of the district or admitted guilt. Only Bowler fought the school district. And she proved they were residents of the district or admitted guilt. Only Bowler fought the school district. At the same time as Bowler, 3 agreed to stay and pay tuition. The others either proved they were residents of the district or admitted guilt. Only Bowler fought the school district. The others either proved they were residents of the district or admitted guilt. Only Bowler fought the school district.
So, she wasn't singled out. 100 other people got caught doing the same thing. 3 of those people paid the tuition and said, you know what, we were wrong, we're going to pay for our kids to go to school. The rest of the people said, you know what, we're guilty. She was ordered to pay back the money that she stole, and she said, no, I'm going to go to court and fight this without a lawyer. She lost, and she had to go to jail. It's that simple. Not a racial issue, not a targeting a poor single mother. She wasn't some victim trying to get her kids in a better situation. She was a scam artist and a liar.